Hey Divine Rebels and Divine Rebel Youngbloods, Bohemian here with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings, and today we are doing another one. As you can see, this is a platonic based video, and this is when we're trying to find footing to maintain friendship within a relationship. And it's particularly if somebody's trying to catch feelings or just persistent or insistent on getting back together, trying to date, or they just have, this projection of sexual or emotional energy into the relationship. So this is one of my Aquarian day energies. I think we're just about out of Aquarius moon, but hey, I'm coming at you to get this video out today, trying to stay on schedule. All right, Mama Rebel is feeling sick, y'all. I didn't go to sleep for a couple days and it really caught up to me. Oh goodness. And so I just had this migraine, and we're feeling better. Hydrate, all that kind of stuff. But we're gonna get this reading out. So we're doing a little bit simplified form than we've been doing lately. We're gonna have to pick a deck, okay? And then for the advice, we're gonna do some color cards and some Lenormand. All right, so you can go ahead and be tuning into which deck really resonates with you. But this is an energy reading straight from my Aquarius placements, okay? So just as much as we can love to be connected with someone, and as much as Aquarian energy, under this Aquarius moon square Uranus and Taurus, can really love to fall in love with friends or have friendship as a base to a romantic relationship, it can also be very frustrating if you have a friendship connection with someone and there is this insistence on a romantic level that's there, or if you are trying to be friends with an ex and they insist on, no, we have to be together. Some relationships, they do just feel like that. You can see it in the astrology that it's very hard to go back to a friendship level after you've dated someone. But if we have decided that that's a boundary, or if the other person has decided that that's a boundary and that keeps getting toyed with, it can really suffocate the friendship. So this is trying to help reestablish and look at that foundation of friendship. And really the basis of this reading is that it's already assumed that y'all know you need to just be friends, or you've maybe someone's come on to a friend and the friend's saying like, no, that's not where it's at for me, things of that nature, and you're trying to figure out, well, how can I go ahead and just maintain friendship? You can also do this reading from the reverse perspective and maybe get some advice on how you can really cement that boundary to someone, like, no, I only want friendship and that's it. I don't want to be kind of bombarded with this energy. So that's where we're at. I've shared my experience sometimes of when friendships have been ruined because the other person they threw out the friendship because they just wanted what they wanted emotionally, relationship wise, sexually, whatever, and then that really repulsed my Aquarius placements. Like, no, like, I need to be respected as a friend. I have some incense going, so hopefully that doesn't mess with the view, but if it's looking a little smoky, okay, a little smoky eye for the camera, it's that Astro hit incense. Okay, yeah, so I know I had like a whole bunch of things to talk about like friendship dynamics and astrology and emotional boundaries and all this, but y'all know where it's at. You know what I mean, y'all know what I mean, and it will probably come up through the reading, so I'm just gonna let it do what it do. Yeah, so the first deck that we have, it has the gilded gold borders, and it has Africa on the back of it. This is the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas. We have the second deck here is the Tarot of Delphi, and it has like Greco-Roman design on the back. It's black with orange and kind of goldish design. And the third option, the back of the decks here have half a moon, half a sun. It's done in art block style, many different colors. It has the different suit symbols on the bottom, and it's also a black border. I love decks with black borders. Okay, and then this one down here, actually let me remove that for a minute, because I know sometimes I'm like, the energy of that is throwing off my read. Or like if they do crystal options and then there's another crystal from like their altar set close, I'm like, dang, I picked the altar crystal. So there you go. Let me give you a little 1, 2, 3, and then everyone will get the color cards and the Lenormands. All right, I hope y'all are well. and thriving and doing good, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and get into this reading. All right, for those of you that chose number 1, we're gonna do a little shuffle here. Maybe I can do it in the corner. Yeah, a little different style. I shuffle live on my lives and on my incognitos, but maybe you haven't seen that. So these were very shuffled because baby magic got into them and I had to go through and flip them and reverse them. So all right, for those that chose number 1 for this friendship spread, just friends. And I really don't like the term just friends because I prioritize friendship relationships as important relationships as well. So, but you know, instead of just married, we got just friends, I guess. All right. So you in this relationship, them in this relationship. Let's start there. Okay. So you guys do have an intense impact on each other. You hold this relationship with a lot of energy because they're both coming up as major arcanas. For those of you who picked number 1, you may be feeling like you're kind of done with this relationship, or that you're trying to go into a further cycle of this relationship, and what it was is what you want to get past. It could be a particular event that you want to get past with this person, or it could just be in general that you're like thinking about letting this relationship go. This person could definitely be focused on partnership energy, and again, this could be reversed. You might be the one who's like, no, I'm coming because I need help putting up boundaries because this person is trying to do something different with our relationship. So kind of see which side connects with you. This side we have earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This side we have air energy, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Okay, so this person over here looks like they want to maintain the partnership. They want to balance any kind of wrongs that have occurred. They want to maintain, yeah, it is like this maintain energy, but at the same time they could be the one who is pushing some kind of partnership. It could be a business deal, it could be romantic, which I think a lot of people are going to be experiencing coming to this connection, and they could feel like they want to keep pushing this. Well, it's meant to be divine connection, and that kind of like they're in the right in pursuing what they want in this relationship. On your side, you might feel like, okay, well, I think I've learned what I need to learn from this situation. Okay, you could also be Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, or Taurus and have those placements. You might not like it so much, them pushing their agenda for the relationship. You might have already had certain goals. You might have wanted to keep a more professional front with this relationship. You could have, you know, wanted to just keep your business and your relationship separate from your romantic things, because we have all these roses around. Some of you, I am getting that maybe this person isn't trying to be romantically inclined to you, but they have been too much in your relationships, and you're just like, no, I don't want that, or they've been too much into your business and career. And so there is this want to like close out this cycle and just kind of claim what's your goals, claim your successes, and move on from letting this person kind of infiltrate the other parts of your life so much. All right, so how does this person, or how does this person feel if you push the relationship? Okay, Ace of Swords reverse. So how does this person feel if you're the one pushing the relationship? So this is hard to word, y'all, because I feel like people are coming on both sides of this. So the person, how does the main person feel when the other person's trying to push the romance on them? Okay, so if you're pushing the romance, if they're pushing the romance, or whatever is trying to change the relationship, how does that feel to the person who's like, wait, I thought we was friends? So if you're throwing out a business proposition, if you're coming on romantically to the person, or if they're coming on to you, how does that feel to the person who's just trying to be friends? Ace of Swords reverse is making the person feel like, I don't want to talk, like I might even cut this relationship off. Like, again, you know, I feel like in this reading it's probably this person, what's going on here? Like what's going on here? Did you have a meeting without me? Did you just deciding things for this relationship? What's all this? I just feel nonverbal. Where's my voice? I just feel like my throat chakra disappeared. All of a sudden I can't read text messages to answer them. What's going on? What did you just hit me up with? I feel like I need to just cut this situation off. Okay, what does the person who's putting forward the feelings and trying to change the relationship, how are they feeling about the relationship? We have the Four of Pentacles reversed, so they're feeling like they're trying to break down that wall. They're trying to get into this person's feelings, basically, or get into their money for some of them. Okay, some of them it's like this messy, like friendship, business, romantic relationship. We have this green energy of heart chakra, and there is a strong Capricorn vibe here, and also some Scorpio. We still have the air energy. This could also be placements in the 3rd, 7th, or 11th house, or strong contacts through Mercury. Okay, could be, yeah, Mercury placements. All right, so this person feels like they are trying to, the person who's pursuing change in the relationship feels like, well, I just want to break down the walls. I feel like I'm iced out. I feel like I'm a bit entitled to more connection in this relationship, whether it's business connection or romantic connection. I feel like I've invested enough and that I deserve to come to the next level, because I don't want to be Five of Pentacles feeling left out in the cold. And I feel like I'm deserving of going to a next level with this person. So it is very kind of self-oriented energy, I would say, where they're coming from. It's not like there's nothing about reciprocity or friendship or even like love. It's just kind of like, I want this in my treasure chest, because I always think of the Four of Pentacles as like my treasure chest. So it's like they're opening it, but it's still with this, I want this for my treasure chest kind of vibe. Okay, does this relationship have longevity to it? What is like the current future of this relationship? The Empress reverse. This is, I'm hearing miscarriage of justice. Okay, this is, I feel like, the chance of ruining a very good thing. I feel like with the Empress upright and the World card and Justice, it could have been a very beautiful, fruitful relationship, friendship that would be something that would be very empowering, something that, your kids could have been friends, or you guys could have had each other's back when it came to other relationships. Definitely business connections could have blossomed. Just a very nurturing, abundant, fruitful relationship in many different ways. And you guys could have connected on many different levels, because we have all of these astrology signs here. I think the fact that there's a person who wants to come and kind of claim the other person for themselves and have their own focus on, this is what I want for my life, so this is how I want to, I don't know why I'm getting the image. Remember that movie, The Indian in the Cupboard? That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this person, the person who's trying to change the relationship, come and try to lock up this person over here, like the Indian in the cupboard. Like they can just take and play when they want, or they don't want other people to have access. And this person's trying to, blossom and thrive and go to the next level, and not just be held in somebody else's treasure chest. And so they're not really knowing how to process that. Again, I do apologize if it's hard to do these readings, or this particular reading, but it's just kind of like, people are going to be, the viewer, you guys are, the current is the word, is going to be on different sides of the situation. So you just have to pick a side and see what resonates with you. Okay, yeah. So the future of the relationship is basically, oh, that's a really sad image. I just got the image of just going and uprooting a tree, like a willow tree that was getting really down in the roots and connecting with the water, and like providing nesting for other animals and things of that nature. And then you just go, before it's even full grown, before it's there and can live its best life, and just start chopping at the roots and just uproot it and just throw that tree to the side. I'm so sorry. I'm such a Pisces. That's Pisces. Willow is a Pisces tree. I don't even want to say that in metaphor, guys. That just made me so sad. But that's the energy here. Like, that's really, really sad. Like, dang, why we got to do that? So the friendship is really in jeopardy, if you're wondering. So we're going to do a tarot advice card, and then we're going to pull in leopard. y'all. Leopard might be significant for some of you. Okay, there could be Aries energy, because leopard and cheetah can relate to Aries and also to Scorpio energy for me. Okay, Lenormand and the color cards. So advice for this relationship, the Three of Wands, it could be definitely time to take a break. It could be time to stop having your guys' paths be so entwined. It could be like, I'm seeing this rhinoceros disappear, they're endangered again. Like, such sad imagery for this reading. Like, dang, like it's like someone just poached their own relationship because they had to be a little bit greedy, or they had to push things too far because they're being you know, they're acting like they're being open, but they're being stingy with the other person and trying to own them and claim them. And I'm hearing You Don't Own Me by Joan Jett. Okay, so yeah, it's the feeling that you might have to take a break from this person. You might have to take a break from trying to walk down the path with this person and just like really separate your interests, like at the very least, because this person is just I don't know, they feel like they are right about it. That's kind of like the scary thing for the Aquarian energy here, is a friendship, because with Justice down here, this person feels like they're kind of divinely right in saying that this is what they want. So maybe they're backing it up with some soulmate claim or what they think is astrology. Maybe they're trying to make out your messages and texts as if you were saying something that you weren't romantically, or maybe you're doing that to this person. I feel like a lot of the viewers are going to be the person who's not interested in trying to make this into a more romantic or business relationship, but for some of you it can flip. So whoever is the one pursuing and pushing the relationship feels like they have like the right to do so. Maybe they're like, well, this is my spiritual journey and I'm entitled to da 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 da. But there can be, yeah, and I feel like that brings a very discordant vibe to here, to this relationship, trying to make a divine reason why they can push past the other person's wishes. And it's, again, it's ruining the friendship because there's no focus on that going on, which is, you know, really sad. So let's go ahead and look at the color cards over here. How should I want to clear some room so I can shuffle, y'all? Yeah, I'm like looking at the colors here. It's like somebody has their sacral chakra out of balance and their heart chakra out of balance, but they're using their crown chakra to project and say, no, I'm in the right about this. And this other person's like, no, I'm pretty balanced over here. And I just like, come to me as a good friend and support system. Or no, because look at the hair being very sacred, covering the heart chakra, covering the sacral chakra, and the root chakra as well, which is the areas we've been talking about over here. So we have, this is the advice, lemon. Someone might just have to make lemonade. Okay, so if you've been like, you want to push this, and the other person's not having it, access innovative thinking. It might be beyond you to actually allow the other person to have the relationship dynamic that they want. Awaken your empathy, turquoise. So yeah, I feel like for some of you, maybe you haven't had good balanced friendships, or maybe whenever the romantic dynamic has come into it, it hasn't ended well. So if you're the person pushing, I'm your pusher, okay, this relationship too much. Look, 23, I'm just like, you're coming in here like Air Jordan, trying to do whatever you want and make all the moves, and the other people are like, dang, we were on the team too, like maybe we didn't want all that. So it's like having to listen to what the other person says, and maybe purify your motives in the situation, because you know, lemon is very cleansing. Sharing lemonade with friends, like that's tea right there, right? But it's purifying the relationship. And I feel like there's just not a purity of motives from the person who's pushing the relationship. Also with empathy, again, there's not an emotional connection behind it. It's, this is what I want, this is how I'm creating my life, this is how I want to proclaim what I want to proclaim. Boom, pushes it. So this is saying like, you gotta think outside that box of that treasure chest of what I want. Gimme, right? You have to think about the impact of what this does to the other person. Okay, we could have some Leo energy and some Pisces here, or some Sagittarius with the turquoise. So for you, if you're the person that's trying to adjust to this person changing the friendship, it does say to, you know, stay in empathy. You don't have to be cruel to them, but also with turquoise, you need to have empathy with yourself and really be honest about how you're feeling. We have the 3 and the 4, maintaining stability in the changing of the relationship with the 3s here, and 3 and 4 together is a 7. Using your own individual personal wisdom. You are a separate person from this relationship. 2 and 3, again, the changing of that relationship dynamic, but that's a 5. That is innovative thinking, that is creative thinking, and how you feel as an individual. So it is important that you do communicate with this person, to gather your thoughts first, and set your boundaries with this person at the very least. Again, you don't have to be cruel to them, but you also don't have to be giving away of yourself. Okay, so let's pull a few Lenormand cards here for further advice. I don't think just waiting until summer's over is a good idea either, because I see that some of you are like, I'm just gonna wait, or the season, you guys might be like, have a certain event, like I'm just gonna wait until after this is done and then just let everything dissolve. I don't know that that's good energy, because I feel like this person spiritually is going to try to be pushing things spiritually on you, which is a very toxic look, y'all, if that's not what you want. Okay, so the advice here is to let the other person move on to another romantic situation. So somebody is interested in somebody else. They could have already, you might have already known it, and that could have been why someone's trying to change the friendship, is because they know that you or they are interested in somebody else. I'm getting a household name. Okay, so this is, to me, this is something that's very known. And they feel like you're close to getting an offer from this person, or that you're close to letting this person know your feelings. And so that's why they're coming out the woodwork. Maybe that already happened, or maybe they feel like you're ready to go to the next level, and that there's an engagement or moving in the house together that's soon coming up. And so they're feeling like they don't want to allow that. They're trying to run some interference here and think what they can do to keep you from going and having stability in relationships, which is, messed up. Feelings do what they do, but at the same time, I haven't seen a lot of romantic empathy and love and actual affection from this person. I'm just seeing that they want what they want, and feel like they can destabilize you in order to get it. Or if you're the person who's pushing the friendship, you have to sit with yourself on that, about wanting what you want at this point and not even having feelings underneath it anymore. And I've given, like I said, I've given that example of somebody who I think they did at first like me, we were friends, it was a good vibe, but then they got so in the pursuit of just wanting to get me because I started dating someone else, that there was just like a cruelty to their actions, and they didn't care about how I felt, and they didn't care about me going through heartbreak, or that I had been in love with someone else, and it was just about their agenda, and it just repulsed me, right? And so energetically it's the same. Like even energetically, if you're the person who's pushing this relationship, I feel like this person has interests other places. Okay, if you're trying to be more than friends, and that's why it might be good for you to separate and pull away from this person at this time, and to have empathy and just think about other things, because I feel like this person has a really good chance with somebody else, and you probably know exactly who it is. They probably talked to you about it, and I feel like some of you, if you're the one wanting to be more than friends, you're hoping that you can get in there so that you can get that. That's what it is. It's wanting to take for your treasure chest the stability and romance and longevity and beauty that they've built up in a connection for somebody else, which that's not how it works, right? We can't just go in and steal the vibe and the love that two other people have for each other. But that's usually how a lot of third-party situations happen, and what a lot of people do is they try to go and steal some of that energy. So it would be better for you first to give this space until you can have some empathy and compassion and have your mind in a different place, and not feel so kind of entitled to this person, and respect their wishes and their personal identity and boundaries, and then work on building up the friendship level, because I do feel like this is going to be a big loss for whoever is the one that is pushing for things to change in the relationship but isn't really having the care towards their friend. So for this friendship to survive, I mean, it's absolutely necessary, like right now, to change that mindset and to kind of get out of each other's romantic lives and get out of each other's businesses so much until the other person can put some respect on it and not feel so entitled. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for this one. Again, I'm sorry for the confusion, but I feel like there's people coming from both sides of this equation, so it's not as straightforward as I had wanted it to be, but I think y'all get the tea that you need. Okay, so that is your reading. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. All right, thank you, number ones. Let's slide those over there. All right, for those of you that chose number 2 with the Tarot of Delphi, or Delphi, depending on how you say it. Let's see, friendship. This friendship spread for those who chose number 2, the Tarot of Delphi. They're already pretty shuffled off screen too, but you know, I like to keep things going. I'm at Pisces, I flow, I change things up. So, friendship reading for those who chose number 2 with the Tarot of Delphi. All right. Okay, how you are feeling. This side, let me just explain. This side is going to be the person who is wanting to maintain the friendship as is. This is going to be the person who is trying to push like a romantic change or a business change in the relationship that could be causing the problem. Okay, so this is the person who wants to maintain the things how they are. This is the person who wants the change. So we'll stop here for a moment. Okay, so we have the Emperor. So the person who wants to keep things the same feels like they don't like a lot of change. They really don't. They feel in their power how the relationship dynamic is. They feel like, okay, this is what I'm comfortable with. This is what I can be in control with. What I know what to expect. I know what to expect. I have my position in this relationship. Great, perfect. This is how I like it. And I don't want a lot of things changing this up, extracurricular. Why? You know, I feel like they do have some emotions here. There's a big fountain in the background, and they are taking time to like sit and watch this person train like their help animal. But they feel like they know what to expect. Now they could have some control issues, and it could be difficult for them to allow you guys to change because like what that means for them personally. I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing. We have to see further cards and we'll get some more tea, y'all. But I feel like for them, they're like, this is what works for me, is how things currently are. Okay, and they would have I didn't even see this all this time I've read with this card. We have kind of like a thinking person up here on the statue. So they take a long hard think before they allow relationship dynamics to change, period. Like they're like, I didn't get the Emperor by letting people come in and tell me how to change the relationship. I'm also being drawn to the fact that it says con right there, like in the marble it says there's like con, which I've never noticed. So they could feel like you're trying to con them, like, okay, yep, as soon as I say yes, let's be more than friends, you're gonna be like, got you. So they ain't trying to be played for a fool. They're like, this is what works for me. I'm comfortable in this zone. I feel like all my boundaries are understood and respected in this zone right here that I'm in. I'm okay being in the friend zone. Like, it's a good zone. You know, now for the person who wants to change the relationship romantically or business wise, or in any other capacity that your unique and beautiful lives can think of, we have the Two of Wands. So this person is sitting over here really thinking, it's almost like, should I stay or should I go? Damned if I do, damned if I don't is the vibe that I'm getting here. It's almost like, you know, it's like they want to go with the flow, and to them the flow seems to become more than friends to come and propose propose to the Emperor. I didn't mean it like that, but maybe they're trying to propose all of a sudden, propose something different to the Emperor over here about what the relationship could be and what could come out of it. And it's almost like they got this blanket here ready for the tears though, because they're like they're trying to hold themselves back right here. And for some reason it's reminding me of when Baby Magic and ASL should go sit So on one hand, they're like telling themselves to calm down, sit down before you make yourself cry, don't play yourself, don't play myself over here. And on the other hand, they're like, well, isn't it inevitable? Isn't that what friendships are supposed to turn into? So this person feels like they're in their free will, that they can make changes for themselves or the relationship if they want. There could definitely be Aries energy. Both of these are Aries cards, y'all. There could also be Sag or Leo, and I'm also getting Scorpio vibes, and even some Virgo. Okay. So how does the person feel, the person who doesn't want change, how do they feel when the other person is trying to change the dynamic? And I'm going to put it over here this time because that makes more sense. Okay, we have the Hero of Wands reversed. They feel like, scratches needle on the record, skirt. They feel like they were just in the middle of this epic fun, adventurous, battle with you. Like they were on this excellent, some of you did it on like vacation or something, and they're like, no, that's not why I asked you to come on vacation with me, or that's not why I wanted you to travel with me, or whatever this big adventure you guys have been on. That's not what it was. Even the horse is looking like, oop. The horse is ooping, y'all. Okay, and that's reverse. So this person feels like no. Some of you tried to hook up and do a friends with benefits thing, and that is the Sagittarius card. I knew I felt some Sag. Some of you tried to do more than friends thing, or just try it a little bit, just a little, okay? And it just, no, it's not working for them. It's a no from them. So if y'all did just like a one night stand friendship thing, or excuse me, the incense getting in my throat, or if you have been going back and forth through that kind of revolving door, this person is not trying to get, they're not trying to have any further energy. They don't see it as something practical. They don't feel like that the person who's proposing the relationship is stable whatsoever, or reliable, or follows through on their relationships, or like would be a good investment for a relationship. They're just like, look, it could potentially be a good time, but it's probably even going to be a bad time. Like it's probably going to be a bad trip. It's like either way it's going to be a trip, and it's probably going to be a bad one. So they're not really seeing this energy seriously. It looks like a bad comedy sketch. They're not seeing the moving forward. That's the puppy, y'all. The moving forward of the relationship in a good way. So how is the person that's putting forward the emotions, how are they feeling and thinking when they do their proposition? The Lover's reverse. So it's weird because it's like wanting love energy, but it's almost like, okay, I'm hearing Lady Gaga. What is it? Okay, romance. I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me can have a bad romance. So everyone seems to know this is a bad idea. All right, why is Bohemian doing this reading? That's me. What is going on? I feel like a narrator in a soap opera or a telenovela or something. Like, I've been watching too much Jane the Virgin. Is there too much? Is there really? I finished, you guys, so if we want to discuss about it, no spoilers though in the comments for those who haven't. But that's what I'm feeling like. It's just like there's so many segues. There's just so many. I feel like the feeling of let's be more than friends can't even be consistent. Like 1 minute it's like this person that's trying to be more than friends hates this person, wants to never see them again, screw their face, I hate your face, and the next moment they're like, I can't feel my face when I'm with you, right? And I don't even like that song, but but they love it. Like this is just feeling so goofy. What's going on, y'all? What's really going on? Like, why is this person just around? Is this just another body to keep warm? Like, why is this happening? I don't understand. And this person's not buying it. The person that is, you're like, someone's trying to convince them, yeah, we should be more than friends. Remember how we hooked up in Vegas? Remember how we both hate our exes? They're just like, that is not good criteria to start this relationship and to ruin our friendship. I don't understand. And for some of you, you're like, this friendship's already shot, but they are not trying to get out the gate on any type of other relationship. Okay, so what is the longevity, the potential longevity that moving forward with this friendship? We have the Ten of Coins reversed, so there's not some longevity here, and I think maybe that's why somebody's like, you know what, let me just ruin it. Like, I feel like it's already ruined. I can't stand you half the time. Or like, you guys, some of you definitely are trying to be friends with like a co-parent, okay, a baby daddy, baby mama, baby person. This could be somebody who, I don't know why I even got like somebody who like dated your cousin or something, and it's too close to home. It's like, why is this happening? What is going on here? I don't understand. I feel like that's what everybody around is saying, and I feel like a lot of you, it's almost like boos from the audience, like, no, boo, don't do it. Some of you, I feel like, again, it's like, why would you even be friends together? Because you either don't like each other, or there's been such bad blood, like you guys are exes or have been married or have weirdness. Maybe your kids have a feud, I don't know. But I'm sorry, I'm laughing just because it's coming off as comedy. Like, the energy that I'm picking up is almost like sketch comedy when you're watching, like, a sitcom or something, and you're just like, everybody knows this is a bad idea, but everybody knows we're doing it anyway. It's like that kind of vibe. I'm getting, there's Aries, there's Sagittarius, there's Gemini energy. Y'all always know when it's a bad idea what you're doing, but you do it anyway. That's the vibe. Some of you are earth signs gone awry, and you're throwing your stability around to the wind. All right, you're besmirching the earth sign name, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Okay, and I think this reading is meant to come to you in a bit of a funnier way, so it's not like, you know, just hard pounding, which is good, because, you know, sometimes my readings be coming out too intense. Not too intense, just right. Okay, advice. Two of Cups reversed. They said no. Some of y'all water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, they said no. No. They said it's better to just let this go and not try to get onto that romantic, sexy vibe. Two of Cups and the Lovers reversed. Okay, so whatever was in the past that was beyond friendship, romantically, family wise, sensually, sexually, soulmate wise, they're saying that's not it right now. It's time to be in your own free will, to put your boundaries with each other, and to not try to make this what it ain't. Cue Not What I Thought It Was by Amal. Check out her check out her record. She's really sweet. Follow her on Instagram. But I love that song, right? And it's like, you don't know nothing about me, I don't know nothing about you. And it's saying like how you thought it could never be us, another flame into dust. Not what I thought it was, not what I thought it was. So some of you are just in shock from the relationship ending. Some of you could have been like friends that hooked up and ended up having a child or family, or it's just like, yeah, maybe it was just expectations somehow. Like originally maybe it was expectations from the family, and now they're like, that was a bad idea, yeah, deuces, sorry, we shouldn't have told you to get with that friend. And now you're like, well damn, well now I think I have feelings. But I do feel like it's more in thought than actual loving, progressing, moving forward feelings. It's more like old aches. It's more like feelings for what could have happened, or feelings because you're trying to use this person to fill in a breakup with somebody else, or that's what they're doing if you're the person who's like, I ain't trying to have more than friends. Okay, so let's look at further advice from Lenormand. And the color cards, we have amber and we have yellow. All right, we've had a lot of solar plexus energy, which makes sense, because to me that's how it feels. Like Aquarius is friendship, right? And it's really good energy. And look, we have aqua, which is really interesting, because this is the bottom of the deck, because on the last one we had turquoise and lemon, so very much in the same kind of energies. There could be a lot of fire sign, water sign combinations coming up in these. Or it could be that the fire and water signs are actually really good for dating right now. So it could be that fire and water signs want to go date other people, and the friends are trying to make them not be a couple. Okay, because there could be some wrecking of relationships here going on again in this one with the Two of Cups and the Lovers. It could just be that possessiveness of, wait, you're trying to move on and have a family and romance with somebody else, you got pregnant by someone else, well now I feel angry and I want to be with you. Okay, let's see. So the advice here, we have awaken your creativity with amber, we have yellow, purify your body, and aqua, experience peace and calm. So this is saying to put your energy elsewhere. Some of you might need to go and create music, write some bad poems, write some good poems, any of that kind of stuff. Work on your health, your physical body. Some of you are using your friend that you're thinking of pushing this relationship with as a resting point. Okay, sorry, I see in the viewfinder you can't really see this beautiful watery card. Okay, so if you're the person that you're like, well, my friend's trying to push this relationship, they might just be using you as a stopping point, as a bounce back. Okay, even if you do have history, until something better comes. It could be because they don't feel confident in their body, because they're not living their best creative life, because they have no inner peace right now. And as soon as they were to get those things, they would be wanting, like a foot out the door, wanting to move on anyway. Okay, and I think a lot of you know that here with the Emperor card, and so you're just like, yeah, I don't really trust this. I don't feel like this is stable emotion. I don't feel like this is a good idea. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So let's see the Lenormand. We have the whip. Ooh, we have family. Oh, the tree, sorry, and we have the fish. Okay, so there could be some Pisces. Yeah, I feel like maybe for some reason, and the lilies was at the bottom of the deck. For some reason, you guys might have gotten together because of family, or that could be the issue now, where it's like, okay, maybe you had kids, but the rest of the family thing is just not working out. Some of you, there could be, maybe this friend is trying to push a relationship with you because they want stability for their kids that they have with someone else. Okay, and some of you are trying again to be friends with somebody you're co-parenting with, but one person's trying to push it further. I do think it's just a sexual connection. It's about their sexual health. It's about them releasing energy. It could even be a bit about breakup sex or anger, like angry sex going on, and it could feel like it's a better financial situation for certain people. Like, it makes sense for us to just, you know, raise our kids together, move in, all this kind of energy, because someone's the emperor. Okay, and the emperor is saying, no, I ain't trying to risk all my stability. Just no, like, we're friends. You need to build your own little empire over there. So yeah, the advice is to get better at communicating. We have 33 and 22 master numbers, to seek the best in yourselves in this situation. Definitely keep your boundaries down pat. But don't go to war with each other with your solar plexus. Instead, just try to have a better influence on each other's life. I don't feel like you guys need to go different directions, but it's like someone needs to get it together. Whoever is this like wild one, maybe in and out a lot of relationships, maybe been engaged and married a lot, has a lot of children or whatever, and is just trying to imprint on the other person for stability, that is not going to be what makes this relationship go to another level at all whatsoever. And just thinking that, well, we have history, so I can push this relationship forward, that also is not going to be what goes to another level for this relationship. And definitely not feeling like you're settling because you don't have your best gym body right now and all this kind of thing, and so why don't we just hook up since we're both brokenhearted from our other options we wanted. Not a good look, not going to be a way to get this person who just wants to be friends, okay, or to be more than friends. So yes, there can be some Aquarians. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here, some of y'all have polarities with Aquarius and Pisces, Aquarius and Leo in your chart, but I said Pisces too, so we know that's up and around here. All right, so yeah, the biggest advice is like, focus on your family, keep your family straight. Don't let any of this messiness affect your bottom line or your family structure or your health. Okay, some of you, it's just like you have to find another release for your sexual health. Keep going with the flow. If you felt like your flow was leading you to this friend and this friend says no, and I think they have a lot of common sense in saying no the way this is set up, keep going with the flow and finding out how to get your stability in your sexual energy and your comfort elsewhere, because you know, everyone doesn't have to be all things to everybody else. This person's learning how to be all things to themselves, and if you're the one who's being the emperor and trying to, you know, avoid getting too deep into a relationship with this person more than friends, I feel like it's good that you really maintain your boundaries, like absolutely, and let them know to keep it pushing. Encourage the creative projects, encourage them to kind of get it together, encourage them to focus on their health and to find other ways to release their sacral energy, their sexual energy, and all that kind of stuff. But it could be, for some of you, I'm even getting somebody who, like, they could be making it hard to be a parent, like a co-parent right now, and it could even be the father figure could be having difficulties trying to be around their children because the other person is trying to like make this be more than friends, and I can see some anger and frustration there. So I would say really try to communicate about that, express it in a calm, creative way, honest way, but try to do it in a very calm, upfront way, because I could see this energy here going to legalities if y'all don't get it together. For those of you who are co-parenting, like, leave the other person alone if they don't want to be more than friends and focus on the children. I'm also seeing, for those of you who are like, you know, wanting to push more than friends onto this relationship, that is saying, if you've been drinking a lot or overeating and food comaing or smoking out a lot, and then diving into trying to make, you know, your elaborate plans and schemes to make this more than friendship or whatever, or trying to rewrite what all the innuendos have meant and all of that, the energy is to purify your body. Okay, come through clear and clean. Some of you pick number 1 as well, because we have lemon in that. And yeah, give yourself another clear view on what's going on with this situation. Okay, so that is what I see for y'all. I hope there was some clarity for you and the ability to see who was on what side of the equation. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. All right, put these over here. All right, for those of you that chose number 3 with the World Spirit Tarot, I'm gonna go ahead and do this friendship spread. Let me know if you like this different style of reading. I mean, I know I'm doing a lot of different things right now. We're picking decks, we're doing shuffles on camera. I mean, I'm gonna always change and flow and do a multitude of things, but if I know that certain things are liked, I will definitely bring them back. All right, friendship spread that we're doing here for those who choose option 3. Well, there we go. They said we got you. All right, this came out first. So this is the person who does not want the change in the relationship. It could be you or the other person. We have the 9 of Pentacles. They sure don't. And the person who's trying to push the relationship change, be more than friends, or maybe forced into business partners or something, or moving in with each other, or things of whatever the change is that's not wanted. 7 of Swords. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward at this point. Okay, so the person who doesn't want to change feels very content in themselves. They know who they are, they know what's going on with themselves, they have all their ducks in a row or are very close to it. They've been working on their health, they've been working on their life, any if they have a child or an animal or anything like that, they're just in their own zone. And we have the butterfly here and literally the yellow rose of friendship. Yellow roses represent friendship, so they're just happy to let the friendship keep growing and changing. That doesn't mean that they're wanting it to come outside the realm of friendship. And so I think they understand, they have a very strong sense of health and self, and I feel like they know what it's like to be a friend. They might isolate sometimes and go on their own to change and transform. These look like these are reminding me of jacarandas, but they're also reminding me of hyacinths, which they can change color and adapt to like many different types of soil pHs. Okay, this person's been through a lot. They've really cultivated their own life, and as such they understand friendship from a variety of different dimensions and levels. Okay, all different types of friends, and they know how to maintain their selfhood within them but still hold such a deep love. We have the ocean, the whole sea right there. Excuse me, a very, very deep love of friends. They could have Venus in Virgo or Aquarius or Pisces, or even Cancer. Yeah, because Cancers, they love their friends. Like they love their friends. And so that love could be being mistaken by this person. Now this person, this is an Aquarian card. This person could be mixing signals. The person who's trying to push the relationship. There's somebody who doesn't feel at peace often at all. They're a person like get them before they get you, and also can be a bit get what I can get. There could be Aquarius, Capricorn, Scorpio kind of vibe here going on that I'm picking up. There could be a little Pisces or maybe Cancer. I'm not really feeling Cancer so much on this side, so maybe just like one person, a smidge a smidge of people, a little group of people. Okay, so this person feels like they have to rush in and get what they want. Everything, this is a love is a battlefield person. This is a person that I've decided I want this, so even if this bites the dust, I'm gonna go ahead and make moves about it. This person has probably been, you know, plotting this, and it feels like this plot, this scheme, this like, oh, you don't know what I'm keeping from you, have you figured it out? Like just this whole elaborate kind of story and scheme that's going on. Maybe that's you, but it's like, why though? Like, why does it feel that underhand? Why does it feel that shifty? Why does it feel like this person is very upfront with their feelings, even if they're to themselves and they're private? Like you know what you're getting with this person, you know what's flourishing in their garden, and this person just wants to come and steal some of them flowers, steal some of that energy for themselves, steal some of that affection more than what was allotted them. And get a little more going on. This person that's trying to push the relationship could even be in relationship with other person or with a lot of different people. Like, look at all these people that they're trying to talk to and be with, and they're still not satisfied. Look at all these other friendships that they've maybe let go to dust, or maybe they feel stabbed in the back. But at the same time, this person could be the shady person in a lot of their relationships and not paint themselves as that. So if that's you, if you're the one pushing it, you might want to look at that. You might be casting people in like the villain in the story, but you might have been the person who was not like that was the toxic person in a lot of other people's story, and they feel like they were just living their best life, doing their thing. You come, ransack them and have demands on relationships, and not just happy with what they offer and being welcomed into their sacred space. And now you're feeling like you guys are at war, and that you're going to get them first before they get you. And oh, well, you have secrets about them, you have pictures of them, you have this and that. And it's like, why? Like, why is all that going on? Okay, now for some of you, this is a person who cheated on you, and there is reason. So you're the person who's more stable. This person's trying to come in. They've either been like a false friend, like they pretended to be friends when they had feelings all along, or there's somebody who is just, I don't know, just a dangerous, like false kind of person. For some of you, this is an ex, and definitely could be an ex that cheated on you, or that had a third-party situation, didn't make the right decision, and now they're trying to come back in under the guise of friendship, but they have other intentions. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to say it. So what is the feeling of the person who doesn't want to progress into more than friendship, who wants to just grow the friendship? How are they feeling when this other person tries to push energy onto them? Okay, we have the Hermit reverse, so very Virgo energy over here. Could also be Mercury rules, could be, and the signs can be Sun, Moon, Rising, or even if it's like the Mercury, Venus, and Mars are all in a sign or something. It can also be a strong midheaven energy, but there could be a Mercury and Virgo going on here. So this person feels like they're trying to come down and meet you at their level. Like they realize that they kind of isolate a lot, and that they would rather just, I feel like this person just lets people do what they want. Like when people have crushes on them, when people want to feel like they're entitled to them or claim they're their soulmate or whatever, this person just kind of stays in their own lane. That could be you, for those of you who are not wanting to push the relationship. Like you tend to stay in your own lane, and you tend to just feel like okay, whatever, like you let the other person deal with their feelings. But you might feel like because of this friendship, and because you don't want it to get messy, and maybe you had really cared and like cultivated a spot in your heart amongst all your other friends for this person, that you might feel like you will even kind of come off that pedestal a little bit and try to address it, address the situation, versus being like, okay, bye, like you have feelings, all right, but I'm living my own life, like I didn't ask for that. So normally I feel like this person who doesn't want the relationship, who's not the one pushing the moves, they normally treat relationships like cat callers. Like this would be somebody who's good at ignoring cat callers. Not that they should have to be, okay, but they're someone who's like, okay, well, I'm in my divine glorious energy, I'm respecting myself, I'm on my path to do what I need to do. And they could be someone like, they don't answer people in their inbox. If they are done with someone, they're done, in that kind of energy. But for whatever reason, they're trying to give this person who is wanting to be more than friends, who might still be lying to themselves about trying to be more than friends, even after they've made it obvious. They're trying to give them, like, they're stopping, they're pausing, and they're looking across the street, and they're like, okay, I know that joker just catcalled me, but is that my friend? Is that person I thought was my friend? And so that's what it feels like to them. It feels like, wait, this feels a bit disrespectful. I don't trust the undercurrent of it. I don't trust the vibe underneath this situation. But let me go ahead and see. Let me go ahead and, come out of my solitary vibe. Let me come out of my MO of how I would normally handle this, okay? How I would normally take out a sucker face buster and see, is that my friend right there acting like that? Like, why are they being weird? Why are they being a little bit shady? Okay, so how is this person feeling? The person who's trying to pursue or get by hook or by crook, it looks like, this romantic level or business level of relationship, whatever the change in the friendship is. How are they feeling when they bring that energy forward. Okay, yeah, they have, this could definitely be an ex for some of you, or they're, or even worse, this is somebody who's pretending like they're an ex, or pretending like, oh, you just friend zoned me, and you never even told them that they could be more. And that to me, oh, it makes me want to throw up when people who you think are friends do that, and you're like, no, you're not going to cast me and go tell all these people and act like we were supposed to be something more. Like, you're supposed to be a good friend to me, and here you are just mad because you couldn't get some good all along, and you thought shit nothing of our relationship. So some of you are finding out that this person like never even wanted to be friends. Like, they were just kind of lying and wait till when they thought that they can get with you. They could have been doing that, like that nice guy routine, that nice person routine, where really they're just being nice to get something else from you. And even worse is they could even be deluding themselves. We have strong air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. I also wanted to say Virgo there. There could be some Scorpios. They could have Scorpio placements. They could have 3rd or 7th or 11th house placements, or 8th house placements, okay? Maybe some 6th house as well. So yeah, this person feels like they're not feeling lovey and dovey. So it's like almost like they're upsetting you, and or the person who's stable, but they're not even wanting a full romance. So really, if you're the person who's trying to push more than friends on this situation, really sit and think about that, because it looks like there's a lot of resentment and bitterness and entitlement, and like I'm hearing, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Like, there was always an undercurrent of an assumption that you were going to be able to get more than this person, and it's like there's a bitterness there that it's not happening, that this person isn't just warming up and open up the legs, open up the heart, or whatever you feel entitled to. And you might really want to look at that, because maybe all along you were saying, oh, this is my best friend, but you really wanted something more, and it's there, I'm not seeing any love there. It's icy, it's cold, it's selfish, it's, you know, subversive. So let's see the potential longevity of this relationship. We have the moon reverse. It's like y'all might not last outside a month if this keeps going. Okay, by the next Aquarius moon, which we just passed, which is a month, well, we're right now, the moon is changing. I don't have my app open at this second, but the moon's changing over from Aquarius to Pisces. So by the next Pisces moon, Aquarius moon, whichever's closer to what you're going through, or whichever would be a clean month for you, I'm seeing Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, or Cancer moon. So like basically within a month cycle, or within hitting one of those signs when you watch this. Okay, for some of you it could be Virgo as well, but basically within the next month, definitely this relationship could be over if this keeps going on. I feel like if this person finds out how all along maybe you've been stalking them, maybe you've been being mean to their other friends, they could find out that you were purposely giving them false advice. I see that. They could find out that you were purposely giving, or you can find out if you're the person who's not wanting the relationship, and this kind of frenemy person who has a so-called crush on you, or this could be an ex for some of you. You might find out that you thought they were being a good friend, and that you're like, yeah, we're exes that can be friends. And for you, it was like this very real thing. And all along, they were big mad. They were resentful. They were still being hateful. And now you're like, wow. So all that advice you gave me for my career path, for my relationships, for my, you know, parenting, all of that, like, you're just going to be going back, and it's like it will really cut you to the quick. Like, you were never really happy for me for any of that. Like, you weren't happy that I was going off to school, or that I had these other suitors that really appreciated me for who I was, or any of my successes. You were bitter about them all along because it wasn't with you and it wasn't yours, and you can't control me. So it can be a very rude awakening. I don't see this relationship lasting long at all once that undercurrent of these intentions, like, that's what it is, motives and intentions are going to come to light about why this person is pushing to be more than friends, and it doesn't look like a good vibe. Advice is the Ace of Wands. It's like, remember your training, control your temper. It's kind of like that vibe of, you don't have to go home, but you have to get the hell out of here. Like, I'm not going to tell you where to shove it, but you really need to take that stick and put it somewhere else. Okay, you need to take that Seven of Swords, put it somewhere else, because this person has a very backstabby kind of vibe. They could have even been telling your secrets to other people. This is very air sign thing. They could have even been telling your secrets to other people because they wanted this false sense of intimacy, like, oh, they're mine, I know them, they're mine. They want this adjacency to you. So I do see the revealing of secrets. They could have been, yeah, just putting your business out there for those of you who you are this person. Now, if you're on this side, you know, this could be you talking about their secrets online. This could be you, you know, whether it's your internet groups, you're on YouTube here in the comments, okay? This could be you telling the family or their family, or a lot of, some of you have been connecting up with their exes, and it's because of your own agenda where you want to know what's going on. You want to know if they're getting with their ex or not. Like all of this very conniving energy, but then still trying to tell yourself like, oh yeah, I'm the one who has been hurt in relationships. I'm the one who has a level head and understands love and all this kind of stuff. But it's like, really, with all this blocked heart chakra, with all this emotional manipulative vibe, with all of these lies and scandal under here, it's really not a good look. And I feel like this person has worked very hard on themselves. Even if they do have to stay solitary a lot, they might get, it's almost like this person wants to tell them, well, what do you know? You've been single so long, or you don't open up. But they're saying that, like, if this is an ex doing that, why are you so cold? Why don't you open up? They're the one who's cold and not opening up. And they're lucky that you guys are even on a friendship level, but they're trying to trigger you to open up if you're the stable person, so that they can come in with their bullshit. Okay, and if you're the person who's, you know, has the proposed feelings, I would really go ahead and take it to church. Okay, take it to the sacred grove. Take it somewhere, because it's not looking like it's coming from good motives at all. There could be pent-up sexual energy. There's a lot of pent-up just rage and anger. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at further advice from the color cards here. Advice. Okay, there we go. They ready. We have Scarlet, attract success, and we got Lemon again, excess innovative thinking. All right, so everyone might have picked one, I don't know. And then we'll get some Lenormand. So yeah, there could be, I'm getting like scarlet fever, anger, rage, just intensity that's there, feeling sexually attracted to a friend, or not being in control of our sexual energy doesn't mean that we're entitled to a person. There could be this success rage. I'm hearing like they could be jealous because this person's so successful and stable, and that's part of what they're attracted to. So maybe they have Earth in their chart, this person over here, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and they're drawn sexually and energetically to this person because they're stable, and because they are, or they're building to stability, and because they're very self-possessed. Access innovative thinking. I also feel like this person is going to have to not just assume how people are, and not assume this person's going to go away. If you're this person over here that's a stable, steady one, do not assume this other person's going to go away. They might get very messy. They might get very, very messy. They might try to pretend to so-called expose you on social media, or talk about you to friends, or again, reveal your secrets or something, because they feel like they want to get this success and to make you be with them, however, whatever means necessary. So even if they're being a shitty person, even if they have to manipulate, they're going to try to do like trigger emotional cycles so that it feels like you guys have resolution when you don't. Like they're thinking 24/7. They feel like they know you, and they know how to push your buttons. They know, okay, if I do this, they might initially pull away, and then if I do this, they'll get mad, and then if I do this, but eventually, because you know they like to be all wise and stuff, if I tell them it was emotional things, and oh, I'm working on my heart chakra, oh, I'm working on, oh, I just got out of that bad relationships and that's why I wasn't handling it well, it's like they're trying to get some emotional gratuities out of you, out of this person. If you're the person over here, it's like you might need to look for your own stability and success in a different way, and use all of that scheming and thinking in a way to find yourself more stability. Okay, we have advice. We have the ring, the mountain, and the clover. Hi, baby. Okay, so the advice from Lenormand, I butcher that every time I try to say it on camera. Lenormand, y'all. Okay, honestly, the advice from that is don't rush into commitment with this person. All right, they might come with like some hoodwinking good opportunity. Some of you, they're gonna try to appeal to your business sense and be like, oh, but we're better together. Like this is a good business opportunity. Some of you, that's what you're reading for. Was like, should I go? Sorry, that's the puppy. Should I go into business with them? Something of that nature. And this is like, no, it's not a good opportunity like you think it is. Hi. Just one moment, almost done. And sweet baby, it's 6:37 a.m. y'all, and so the puppy and the baby are stirring and up, and that's why I paused for a minute, and I'm just gonna finish up this last bit for y'all, okay? Super mama. Yeah, so this is saying don't go into further commitment with them. If you had contracts, business proposals, or like they had suddenly proposed to you and you're like, oh, am I supposed to marry this friend? This is saying nah, don't trust that energy. If you're the one who is trying to maintain friendship and they're the one who all of a sudden came with all these so-called feelings and all of this, is saying halt all of the interactions that you guys had, exchange of finances, next level relationship stuff, all of that. Don't go for it, because they could be trying to get your lucky energy, and this person could definitely be a psychic vampire, point blank. With the Seven of Swords and the Moon reverse, they could be the reason that you've been feeling some kind of way, that your health has started to go, that all of a sudden you're starting to miss some of your blessings as a friend. And if you're this person who's been focusing so much on and obsessing on trying to get this relationship, and again, you might be telling yourself that you haven't all the way along, but you've been having that energy low key, you might really want to look at what you're doing, because you're drawing a lot of energy away from this person. You're kind of putting blocks to their blessings. Some of you know that and are like, well, good, if they're not going to be with me, oh well, and going back and forth between I want my ex but I don't like them, that whole cycle, that Hate You Love You song, which I do not like that song. No, it's toxic. So let this person have their blessings, let them be happy and content, because you know that they're good relationship material, and don't just try to take it at all costs and infiltrate. Hi baby. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for y'all. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.